All right. Let's lower this volume. This is not my car. This is my friend's car. So bear with me while I figure out how her car lowers. Okay. Oh, nice. There you go. Perfect. Well, that was not difficult to figure out. Okay. We are on the road to Los Angeles, and I figured, why not just do the December video now? It's December 3rd, and we have a long drive. And why not just do the video now, right? That's exactly what I figured that I should do. Yep, beautiful. Okay. So we need to go put gas. And we're going to go to Los Angeles. We have about 5 new people joining Per Fitness, which is the reason that we're going to LA. So we have about 5 new people joining the company. I'm just trying to get this tripod set up here, guys. Bear with me. Gotta get that nice and tight. Can't be having that move around. Okay, perfect. And then let's just put this a little bit here. Okay, great. Can you guys see me? Okay, great. Beautiful. Perfect. So, December 3rd. December 3rd, and we are doing our December video. We are wrapping up with the year. I have my coffee here. December 3rd, 9:02 a.m. December 3rd, 9:02 a.m. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a very nice, successful day. A lot of amazing things are going to happen. They are being set in motion for next year. Between you and I am looking forward to business growing. I'm looking forward to a committed relationship. If it happens next year, that would be nice, because I will be turning 33. I'll be turning 33 in 25 days, to be exact. So, no, sorry, 24 days to be exact. I'll be turning 33, which is a big deal for me. It's a big number. I'm a life pack 33, the master teacher, the master healer. I've gone through so much spiritual work over the last 2 years. I will have to say that it's thanks to my ex-girlfriend Monica. I will give her her due diligence in playing a major role on that spiritual journey. Honestly, since I met her, she was the catalyst for me to really commit to spirituality, me to really commit to understanding the power that I hold, understanding the frequencies and vibrations of human beings, their aura, their their ashe, whatever you want to call it. Everyone calls it different things. And really understanding my purpose and my role here as a leader, as a future husband, as a future father. These are all things that I do give thanks to that relationship. That relationship was a catalyst for me, because when she met me, oh man, was I rough around the edges for sure. Just like I give thanks to my relationship with my ex-fiancée Jane, because she played a crucial role in allowing me to tap into an ego state. And the ego state is, so people don't know, you have your lower vibrational chakras, you have your higher vibrational chakras. The ego state is actually important, right? Like this girl here who I'm building a relationship with. She has a beautiful house, she has 2 nice cars, she has a successful business. She knows how to tap into her ego state to accomplish success in the material world. right? I believe Monica, from what I saw earlier this year, I haven't really seen her stuff lately, but when I was looking at her stuff earlier this year, she seems that she was tapping into an ego state, which allows you to accomplish success in the material world. And I'm hoping that she is accomplishing that success. She works hard and she deserves it for her own benefit. Same thing with Jane, right? The ego state allows you to accomplish success in the material world. And success is not fulfillment. So when we talk about success, understanding that the signs of achievement, success, the ego state, which means that for every action, there's a reaction, right? So cause and effect. For every action, there's a reaction. So if I work hard, if I work smart, if I call 1,000 people, I'll get 10 to sign up for whatever I offer, whatever services I offer. If I market to 1,000 people, I'll get 10 customers to buy a product, right? If you follow this simple formula, you will ultimately become successful, make some money, and when you make that money, the first thing that you'll do, well, most people do, is they'll feed the ego, right? They'll get nice cars, they'll get nice houses, they'll go on nice vacations, they'll buy nice clothes, they'll buy designer bags, and so forth. You do reach a point, though, some of humanity reaches a point where they realize that the ego state does not create the art of fulfillment, which is basically, am I happy? Do I have someone to share this with? Am I building a family? Am I contributing to humanity? Am I helping human beings become more enlightened? Am I helping human beings become more fulfilled? Am I helping human beings through philanthropy? Am I helping human beings through donations, right? This is where the next step after you accomplish the signs of achievement, the next step naturally is to start doing the inner work, so that way you can go ahead and be fulfilled. And I have had the amazing blessings and lessons in my life to have experienced these signs of achievement. Have had experiences that, because, oh man, let me tell you guys, I have a pretty high ego state. You know, I'm a Capricorn. My ruling planet is Saturn. I'm also my soul urge number is an 8, which is all about money and wealth and stuff like that. So for me, I have accomplished the signs of achievement many times, and I have had to go through the lesson and learning the lesson on the art of fulfillment, and that has been a journey. It has been a journey even till early this year, recently, where I was like, oh, okay, there we go again. So but then what a difference later in the year, right? Later in the year has been a major difference in the patterns that I've used for my success. So bear with me here while I put some gas in the car. I'm gonna lower this window and I'll flip the camera and keep talking to you guys. So just do it. Okay, and I accidentally just took that off. But nonetheless, fuck it, we'll use the tripod. We will use the tripod. So yeah, we are still in Vegas at Turbos. There's gas in this car. I wonder how much money it's gonna take to fill up her tank. I wonder how much money it's gonna take to fill up her tank. Okay. Well, okay. Whew. It's Also, you know, the challenging part of this iPhone is that you really got to be mindful of where you put this little, what is it called? Tripod thing. Because if it's right on the little new thing for the camera, it really does not do a service. It really does not. There you go. Beautiful. Well, I hope you guys can see me great here. So it's gonna be a long video, but I'm gonna talk a lot of stuff in this video. It's gonna be a long drive. Well, anyways, my mother is, she's an amazing woman. Talking about my mother, it's been a journey for her with my brother. And we do our best. Oh, guys, car's ready. Give me one second. Okay, well, it costs about the same money. Costs about the same that my it costs about the same that my Corvette costs, guys. Now I wonder if it will go further. You know, also it's interesting because when I drive her car and I see her I see her connected devices. Makes me laugh a little bit. Try not to be nosy. Everyone has their things. I think this would be better here. You just need to create some space for myself. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Beautiful. So we are going to talk a little bit about my mother. My mother is an amazing human being. She's a powerful woman, and she's had a tough situation with my brother. So I try to be as understanding as possible to that situation, and I will never truly understand it fully because I'm not a mother, one, and two, I don't have any kids yet. But I can only imagine that when you do become a parent and you do have kids, these things are a big deal. Now, this is actually cheaper, the gas in my Corvette, because my Corvette gets, for $100, my Corvette only gives me 200 something miles, which is crazy. And this car for $89 gives me 416 miles. So actually you get more mileage on the tank. Which is actually great. I should probably tell her, hey babe, can I drive your car to LA every single time? I mean, you do have two cars, so you might as well just let me drive it to LA every single time. But yeah. I feel like this is not going to do well here. Okay, so if I put this here. There you go. Now that's so much better. That is so much better. Okay, beautiful. That is so much better. I just don't want to spill the coffee anywhere, so just bear with me, everybody. Whoa, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day to be alive and well. I should take this car to get washed. Yeah. What a beautiful day to be alive and well, guys. What a beautiful day to be alive and well. So my mother basically sent me a message. She said, I don't like the beard. And I can understand why. So without going into much depth, I can understand why. And it goes back to the video that I made on my Instagram yesterday about emotional recipes. Understanding the human beings that you're interacting with, emotional recipes. Like, for example, let's say an ex-partner messages you, right? You have to, before you even respond, you want to dissect the words that they use. Why? The words that they use will either show you, do they love you? Are they scared? Is it anxiety? Is it confusion? Is it excitement? So depending on the words that they use. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to match the frequency. So let's say somebody says to you, give you an example. They say, Michael. Then you say your name. Well, imagine that you weren't texting and you were in person with them. You'll respond back with their name back. So you'll say, yes, Sarah. Sarah will say whatever she's going to say. Depending on what that person says, you'll respond back with matching that frequency. The goal is to match the frequency until they make their intentions clear. And then based on what that intention is, what those words that they use are, let's say that they respond to you, they say something that gives you the confirmation that they feel fearful, that they're scared, or that they give you the confirmation that they're anxious, or they give you the confirmation that they are sad. Well, your due diligence there, it comes down to what is it that you want them to feel by the end of the conversation. So if they give you the confirmation that they love you and you love them back, then you're going to use words that make them feel like they are loved. If you don't love them back for whatever reason and you want to set healthy boundaries, you want to give them clarity on your feelings back, so that way they don't get any confusion. Let's say that they give you fear and you don't want them to be scared, so you're going to give back responses that make them feel reassured, so that way they don't feel fear. Or let's say they give you anxious, you want to respond back in a way that creates stability, so that way they can go ahead and stabilize their anxiety. This is a powerful tool. So I just did this with my mom right now because she messaged me with a trauma wound. So my job as her son, her oldest son, was to first understand where's this trauma wound coming from, not make it a big deal, and just let her know, like, hey mom, I love you. I understand how you feel. I love you. And that reassured her of like, okay, this trauma wound, this projection that I am creating isn't necessarily accurate, and that's what you want to do ultimately. That was a powerful realization that I had there. Okay. Now I'm thinking, should I do some recordings in LA? But no, because I have to onboard 5 new employees. By the start of the year, we're gonna have like 14 people on our team, which is huge because we've been averaging about 8 to 7 people, 9 people for the last 2 years. So in the last 2 months, I've hired 4 new employees. So that took us from, let me see, Aaron, Matisse, Alan, David, Helena, Melissa, Alma, Joelle, 8, Benicio, Olivia, Jane, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Alicia. 12 people. Yeah, 12 people. That's amazing. 12 people. That is amazing. We have 12 people on board now, which is great. It's going to be an amazing year. I am going to make it an amazing year. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Step into the foundation of where I want to take my business. Oh, and we have Yin. Oh, 13 people. How can I forget about Yin? Come on, everybody. Focus. We have Yin in Las Vegas. 14 people, right? So we have Helena, David, Melissa, Alma, Joelle, Alan, Matisse, Olivia, Benicio, Alicia, Jane, yeah, 11 people. I'm totally not doing math right now. Helena, David, 2. Alan, Matisse, Melissa, Alma. Oh yeah, Yin. Olivia, Benicio, Alicia, Jane. 11 people, sorry, I miscounted. 11 people. We need to hire a videographer, so that'll be 12. And then we need to hire a salesperson, and that'll be 13. And that will get the job done. Yep. And that will get the job done. Beautiful. What else are we going to talk about? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about astrology. So, you know, Saturn is my ruling planet. Saturn is the lord of karma. And Saturn was in retrograde in Pisces for the last 3 years. In fact, me and my ex-girlfriend Monica broke up when Saturn went into retrograde. And I thought it was interesting. Saturn went direct on the 27th, and she reached out to me recently. So I thought that was interesting. Saturn just went direct. This Saturn was basically, her reaching out to me was Saturn's way of saying, hey, here's your final test. Are you ready to step into your new timeline? Not that Monica by any means was a bad person. She was a catalyst. She was a karmic relationship. She was a catalyst to force me to evolve so that way I could meet my right person. Not that she was the wrong person, but she wasn't my right person for many reasons, and I'm not going to go into that today into this video. But for many reasons, she wasn't my right person. She's an amazing human being individually by herself, but together we weren't great, and that's the fundamental rule that I'm trying to share with you guys. So when Saturn goes direct, Saturn's basically saying, have you learned the lessons in love, in life, in business, including I forgot what other planet. There was another planet that was basically retrograde in my house of money, which was like, have you learned impulse spending? Have you learned to build a better relationship with money, right? So these planets have finally gone direct for me, which is why I feel so clear, I feel so aligned. I know exactly what it is that I need to do. And I can proudly say that I've learned all the lessons, I've done all the internal work. I did not ignore it. I did not numb myself to the responsibilities needed for myself, including conquering lust. You know, I have a very strong sexual energy, so I had to learn to conquer lust as well. So all things that I've had to learn. Really, in the last 2 years, all of 2024 and all of 2025 have been deep introspective years for me. Healing years for me to step into my higher timeline, for me to step into the divine masculine energy that I already carry, but I was leaking it. I was leaking that energy by, one, meeting women the wrong way. So when I reflect on the relationships in my life that I've had over the last 2 years, it's been relationships that I've met women in the wrong way. Completely entirely my fault, because I was the one initiating how I was meeting them. But what is the definition of insanity? If you continue doing the same thing over and over again, you can expect a different result. So I can't say that I want to build an empire with someone. I can't say that I want to find a good woman that I can do life with. I can't say that I want to build a successful business and have the family and travel the world and have the private jets and have all these things if my actions are not aligned with that. Now, the actions of business for me have always been aligned, but business is a spiritual journey that manifests through the low vibrational ego state. But remember that your chakras start from the top and they work their way down or they will start from the bottom and they work their way up. That's called the Kundalini energy. That's why ejaculating up the spine, which is something that I've learned how to do this year, is so powerful. When you're able to ejaculate up the spine, you are literally waking up your third chakra, third eye, and you are creating divine energy. You can manifest things. I won't share with you guys one of the manifestations that I've done a manifestation that was extremely powerful, and every time that I'm home I can see it, and it reminds me of the power that I have through sexual energy. But basically, to kind of summarize that whole part of this conversation, basically, business is a spiritual journey. Business is a reflection of your deepest desires, thoughts, and traumas. And the more that you heal yourself, the more fulfilled you are and the bigger your business can be, which is why millionaires and multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires, they study numerology, they study astrology, or they have a phenomenal relationship with God. Some of them even have a relationship with the occult or Scientology. But nonetheless, all of these faiths, some are low vibrational frequency, some are what we call dark energy, some are high vibrational frequency, which is what we call light energy. But nonetheless, these people understand that business is a spiritual game. Now, you can tap into energy, Taoism, the yin and the yang, polarity, as above, so below, right? You can tap into any energy that you want to, and it's going to really come down to you as a human being, your ethics, your moral code, your moral compass. I'll save the lower vibrational frequencies, which is something that I've mastered. The lower vibrational frequencies, I save those for when I'm with a partner and we are intimate, because by nature, women want to be ravished. This is why the most Google search terms on the internet are vampires and werewolves, and women, fantasies are to be ravished. It is part of their feminine chaos. It's part of the divine femininity, the way the superior man talks about this. So you have to learn how to tap into that energy, especially when you're with a romantic partner. Because if you have guys like myself who have mastered the art of masculine energy, they understand how to tap into these energetic forces. And then, you're competing with guys like me who can tap into all 7 chakras. There is no such thing as the baddest chakra. It's just knowing which one to tap into, knowing when to close them, knowing when to open them. Like right now, I'm using my heart chakra and my throat chakra, right, to have this conversation. My heart chakra, because I'm trying to speak from a place of authenticity, right, as opposed from a place of ego, which is your root chakra, which is your lower chakra. I'm speaking from a place of authenticity, but I need to communicate it well, which is your throat chakra. If your throat chakra is closed, then you're gonna find that you're gonna have a hard time communicating. I also need to pause this video. I'll be back later today. But I feel like that was a lot of good conversation earlier. I'm going to be back later today because I need to pause this video. I need to use that phone that I have recorded this. And I need to schedule my office because I will be there at 5:30. I mean, I'll be in LA a lot earlier, but I'll be at the office at 5:30. I need to make a few phone calls. But I do appreciate you all. If you're still watching the video, yes, these are for me. But whether I get 5 views or 12 views, the way I see it is, imagine I'm gonna go do a presentation today for 12 employees, right? It's a pretty big deal. So imagine if 12 people watch this video, it's a pretty big deal for me. I'll take it. If 100 people watch this video, it's a huge deal. 1,000 people watch this video, oh my God, right? We haven't gotten there yet, but that's exactly the objective. One day, to reach even more of humanity. But I am totally okay if one person watches this video. It's like me talking to someone driving next to me. And I am completely okay if only 12 people watch this video. I also did commit to making these videos for myself this year. I've made one since February. In fact, you can see the first video that I made early in the year, the hurt that I was carrying from my previous relationship, the ego state that I had to tap into to accomplish financial success again in my life. You can see the difference between the early video in February and the video today in December. And that That is exactly what your responsibility is as a human being. That is called evolution. If you stay the same, that is literally the definition of insanity. If you could see your content after 9 months, 11 months, and you cannot tell the difference between who you were before and who you are now, that means that you didn't do the work needed. You didn't do the work required throughout the year. Every single year you should be evolving. You should be challenging the beliefs you thought you believed. And that is what being a human is all about. Anyways, let me pause this video now.